Everybody, we had so much fun opening up Spider-Man collector boosters last time that we're gonna do a gift bundle while we're at it. These things are going for kind of cheap now. I think you've seen them 50, 60 bucks now, as is Spider-Man overall, just tanking as people just feel like the value's not there in these boxes. Either way, for your viewing pleasure, we will take ourselves to Pound Town opening up. If you haven't seen one of these before, what do we got? We got one collector booster, we got a bunch of play boosters, we got one foil, that decent actually, Gwenom, some lands, dice, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty sweet box. It's definitely one of the draw selling points here. Got ourselves a soul stone that is basically impossible to pull. Put that aside. All the collector boosters I've opened. I've opened 4 or 5 of the boxes now. And, yeah, not a soul stone. I got one soul stone, and that was opening up. Man, this thing took a hit. This thing took a hit. Wow. I got one soul stone, and that was opening one of these. So, and it was a regular type. You know. Alright, let me get set up and cleaned up here. It was the regular form, so there's our one collector booster, one play booster, and then a whole bunch of other play boosters. We got ourselves pretty nice little die. I'm not going to complain too much about that. Soul Stone, put them over there. I guess that's why that's that color. Bust out the lands real quick here just to rifle through them. They give you one of each of the base of the full arts and then a whole bunch of regulars. Not really enough to make much of a deck, I don't think. Still don't really know why they give you the lands in these. But they do. There's our Gwenom Remorseless, our first mythic. Alright. And then same thing, one of each full arts and then a whole bunch of basics, this time in foil. Put those guys over there. Garbage pile. It's falling over, so bear with me. Alright, we will save our collector booster for last. We will sleeve up our Gwenom, just for funsies. Alright, so all the value in this set is in the rares. In the mythics. Excuse me, there's diddly squat and everything else, pretty much. Maybe 1 or 2 uncommons that are worth $5, but barely. Alright. Man, these feel terrible. These are the really cheap, made in the US, thin cardstock. I've been opening a lot of One Piece and even Pokemon lately, and they just feel so much nicer. These, they just smell like bad ink. Man, what a shame. Anywho. Hot dog a cart. Lurking lizards. We'll go a little slow. Try to enjoy this a little bit. Alright, we're under our uncommons. Flash Thompson, Spider Fan. Alright, that's a decent rare. That's one of the few rares that's actually worth something. Venom's Hunger, and another full art. And yeah. Alright, so we actually got a rare that's worth something, so that was a nice surprise. These play booster boxes were down. Play boosters, sorry, from the play booster box that these usually come from, were down. They were, well, centering on that's pretty meh. They were down a lot Black Friday recently. People trying to get these off the books, make room on their shelves for Lorwyn. So if you wanted to pick up some Spider-Man, there were some deals to be had recently. I picked up some myself, got our first rares, Doc Ock's Tentacles, got ourselves a Cheering Crowd, Unstable Experiment, and Sanctuary. I picked up some myself. I don't know, it's only up from here, right? Maybe? I don't know, I feel like long term, these cards, especially maybe after a couple more superhero sets, I get the sense this next one that they just started doing previews for, next summer's, I think it's just called Superheroes, is not going to be the last. I think there's going to be an X-Men one after that at least. And then maybe a Guardians of the Galaxy one would be my guess for the final one. Space themed. Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel maybe. But getting myself distracted. Bagel and Schmear. I feel like once some of those are looked at, and there's some synergies maybe, some of these hero cards have multiple uses. Iron Spider, Stark Upgrade. Common Crook. Then maybe these things will creep up a little bit over time. I don't think there's going to be a lot of reprints on this. I don't think the massive first initial print was what they did, and that was it. I don't think stores are demanding more of this from distribution. I think they're trying to get it off their books, like the infamous Micro Center. If you have one nearby, they had them for very nice prices if you picked them up in store. They did not ship, so you have the linear one. Alright, Sandman's Quicksand, got a Wisecrack. Oh, skipped. Death of Gwen Stacy. None of these sagas really do very much. And, ooh, full art, or basic land, hooray. Working on our play stack pretty well. Alright, Romantic. Professional Wrestler. Scorpion Sting. Lot Pack. Doc Ock. News Helicopter. Mob Lookout. Masked Meower. Alright, Hobgoblin and Bat Rhino. Alright, with great powers are rare. Got ourselves a Legacy Hero. Full art. And a token. Nothing crazy so far. Best card is probably that Electro. $5, $10 card. Get these out of here. This garbage out of here. Gwen and Remorseless that came with it too is decent price, but $2 or $3 I think last time I checked. City Pigeon, Beetle, Shock, Hot Dog, Venomized Cat, Spider, Shriek Troublemaker, Silver Sable, Web Warriors. Hey, Spider-Verse Mythic. Sure. Why not? Got ourselves a Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary in rare, or in foil I should say. Non-foil land, and our pile fell over. So, let me correct that temporarily here, or quickly here. Alright. 3 to go, and then our collector booster. Hopefully this is a nice quick video. Common Crook. City Pigeon. Beetle. Shock. Spider-Man again. Mechanical. Gallant Citizen. Oscorp. Web Shooters. Rhino. Tombstone. Our rare is Rent is Due. Not great rare. Okay, we got a second rare this time in foil. Black Cat Cunning Thief. And Sinister Hideout and Robot. Taxi Driver, Subway, Angry Rabble. We have not got my least favorite card. Big Ol' Schmear's up there. That's one of my least favorite cards, but not my most least favorite card. I'll call it out if we see it. This also, I get why they have to do it, but come on. Mysterio Master of Illusion. Meh. Foil City Pigeon. Just what I always wanted. A mountain. And a token. One more to go. My goodness. Pound Town. We are getting rocked. Rocked, I say. Twip. This collector booster better be amazing. The ink on these things is sticking together. Ugh, these cards feel so crappy. Alright, Symbiote Spider-Man. Pretty sweet card, actually. We got a Craven's Cats in foil, and a Sanctuary, and a Robot. And that was something. 2 mythics, and a bunch of cheap rares and one decent rare. Electro assaulting battery. You know what? Let's sleeve him so we feel like we got some value. All right. So this needs to have $30,000 Soulstone. That'll do it. No, I was actually saying in my last video, the Soulstone is really hard to pull, even the normal frame one. Yeah, not a lot of them. I feel like it's even rarer than the One Ring was. Spider-Man no more. Spider-Man Web Slinger. Common Crook. These are of course foil because they're from the collector booster. Alright, moving on to uncommons. MJ Rising Star. Pretty actually, kind of enjoy that card. Web Warriors. Spider-Girl Legacy Hero. Spider Slayer. Alright, we got our land. And then first rare will be Scarlet Spider Ben Riley. Meh. Villainous Wrath. Eh. Could get something nice in here. Spider Sense. Eh. Wedding Ring. Okay. And the non-foil though. Technically a mythic according to this. And hey, actually that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. We'll take it. Foil, Gwen Stacy / Ghost Spider in the spider frame. Actually, it's pretty cool. We'll keep that. Put her in a sweet purple case. Alright. I don't think she's worth all too much. I think the comic source material treatment is the one people really want. But here's what we got. Oh, I should mythic this, just even though it's pretty sure it's originally a rare, right? And they upprinted it for this because of the frame. Yeah. Alright, these are our mythics. These are our rares. That's how we did. That was a Spider-Man gift bundle. Did we get Spider-Man? Did we get bamboozled? Did we get taken to Pound Town? Yes, we did. Did I enjoy doing it? Yeah, you know what? I kind of did. I like Spider-Man a lot. It's a fun set.